Right. Not a video I thought I'd be making, but here we are. Woke up this morning feeling not too great. In the night I was hot and cold, bit of a cough, bit of a sore throat, bit of a headache. I've always had poor taste, but you know, that's just me. I thought I'd take a lateral flow test, and that is quite definitively positive. I actually took 3, and they all say the same. So, I guess I need to report that to the NHS. Government website just isn't loading, which is really great. That's a new dry continuous cough. Scan the QR code. I guess that's that. You should self-isolate straight away for 10 days. Today is, I guess, day 1, November 8th, 2021. So that's me set until November 18th. Alright. Oh, I get a free PCR test to check that I do have COVID. Just filled out the form to let the university know, because I'm here in university halls of residence, and I'm in catered halls. I can't go and get my food. If I let them know, they can just bring food to me, which is nice. I've just spent the last week down in London at the Rain Dance Film Festival, which was amazing. Had a great time, met a lot of people, and then being on the tube, that's probably what did it. I am double vaccinated, have been since April, May. AstraZeneca, that was me. That just means that I'm gonna have, hopefully, a much lighter dose of COVID than I otherwise would do. Chances of hospitalization, way down. Yes, there we go, there's the text. Don't you just love that? Like, how am I supposed to do this? Government, your website is abysmal. I'm gonna email my tutor person to say that I won't be able to make it to tutorial today. They've got my order for my PCR test in the next 2 days. A slightly more thorough investigation of whether I have COVID or not. But I think I do. Also, this red streak in my hair. A friend of mine was dyeing their hair. There was a group of us doing that, and out of sort of solidarity, I was like, oh, sure, you can do a streak of mine as well. So I'm kind of stuck with this for a while. I just tested positive for COVID this morning, so I was just wondering about getting like food delivered.
I'll find out and let you know what the procedure is about food.
Okay, thank you. I was expecting slightly more information than that, but we're totally cool. Call my parents.
Welcome to the Tesco mobile phone.
Well, that's just fantastic. Let's call my dad.
Hello, you've reached
You just can't make this up. Guess they don't need to know. I'll call my friend Alice, who I was supposed to be meeting today.
Welcome to GitGap's voicemail.
Well,
The person you're calling.
I've been unintentionally preparing for this for quite some time because I have 16 boxes of cereal that I have pilfered from the dining room. I also have like fruit pots, an entire jar of cinnamon, a can of pumpkin, Kalamata olives, and an absolutely giant vat of peanut butter. I think something could be hashed together with all that. Prunes too, prunes! Breakfast ahoy. Delicious and nutritious. Right, I know who's gonna respond. It's gonna be Ben.
How are you doing?
Hi, Ben. How are you doing?
I am superb.
The reason for my call is to tell you that I tested positive for COVID this morning.
Oh,
I tested positive for COVID this morning.
that's a bit of blind for you, isn't it?
Yeah, that's one way to put it. Positive COVID test.
Oh, pooey poo pants.
And it came back positive.
Oh boy, Aidan.
So
What's the university going to do about that? I hear you have COVID.
that's correct.
Do you feel okay?
Not great, honestly. I've got a bit of a cough, bit of a headache, the hot and the cold, the yes and the no, the in and you're out, you're up and you're down.
So you're having to stay in now?
Yeah, so I'm sort of locked in my room for the next 10 days.
Oh dear.
What are you going to do?
Bye.
Cheers, Aidan.
Bye. What a Monday. What a start to the week. Just come off a reading week, so we've had the week off uni, and then I've got 2 weeks of lectures, which I'll be virtual for, and then there's another reading week, so I'll have a full 4 weeks without actually going into any lectures. But I did just now get my first essay of all of my uni career back, and I got 72 out of 100, which I believe the lowest tier first. Still a first. Well, this is slightly ominous. It's like I've got the plague or something. Guess I do have the plague. I keep getting these like cold shivers all the way through me. It's really unnerving. What am I gonna do for the next 11 days? Before I moved to university, Alan and I recorded our sort of final 10-minute trip for the time being. I just have not gotten around to editing it in the last 2 months. The Cannes vlog, that was back in July. Haven't even begun going through that footage. Big, steamy pile of work to do for the conference that I'm helping to manage. Essays to be writing, lectures to attend. The YouTuber Phidias recently was looking for an editor. He sent me some test footage to get through, which I didn't think I'd have time to do before next week, but now maybe I will. God, 10 days. This is gonna suck. This is gonna really suck. It's not cold in here, but I am freezing, which is not a good sign. This is my kitchen. This is the first time I've ever used this kitchen in 6 weeks. When I was in America this summer, I brought back half a suitcase full of my favorite type of mac and cheese, which you can only get in the States. I've been preciously holding on to it because it's too good to eat almost, but it's kind of all I got. I'm slowly declining in terms of how well I feel, which is not a good sign. Strange, my room's usually pretty warm and toasty. You know, I've got the radiator going, windows are closed. I've never really been cold in my room, so it's oh yeah. This pasta isn't quite as flavorful as it usually is, but then I was like, maybe there's a reason for that. Maybe my sense of taste is going. Or maybe Annie's mac and cheese has just gone downhill in recent years. Love it that they're doing the lawn mowing now. That's so good, thank you. Audio is overrated. You know, it's weird how warm this room is sometimes. I should really open some windows or something because it is boiling.
I'm going to assume that you can hear us okay, Aidan.
Yes,
Not
hello.
How are you feeling?
It just feels like a cold, really. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh, would you look at that? Let's begin. Food haul. Frozen 3-bean chili, une banane, bag of crisps, apple, Twix, squares, juice, bag of rice. I've got an entire tub of butter. A 2-litre thing of milk, white bread, a carton of orange juice, yogurts. No way. 6 eggs. 5 boxes of cereal. I am living the high life. Whoa, the cinnamon. I assume that this is quite spicy. Maybe my spice tolerance is just through the roof, but it doesn't taste very spicy. Again, could be COVID. Honestly, pretty knackered, despite having done absolutely nothing today. I've been averaging sort of 20,000 steps a day the last few weeks. Today I've done 1,000. Quite a shift in activity levels, but that comes to the surprise of nobody. Around dinner time, I was just hit by this wave of tiredness. Even a 10-step walk to the bathroom is pretty tiring. I've just been watching Jenna Marble's videos for the last hour or so because she's the best. Hopefully this sort of abates by tomorrow, because this right here isn't fun. My face is so hot. It's like a hot water bottle. Ten days to go. I slept for a good 10 hours last night. I'm feeling somewhat less tired today than I did yesterday. My ears feel like they constantly need to pop. I can't really hear very well, and I can't like yawn it out and force them to pop. It's just, that's a bit weird. My feverishness has seemed to go away. My mouth feels weird. I don't know what, I mean, I've got a really sore throat, which is part of it, but I just can't seem to shake this sort of staleness that's in my mouth, which is kind of strange. Fire drill every Tuesday. My American grandma just sent me a lovely email with an easy Monday crossword puzzle from the New York Times. And there it is. Today is a Tuesday, so that's my day off in the week. I've got no lectures, no tutorials, no anything. Now the leaf blowing, I've got two major qualms with this. One, you know, kind of noisy. And two, if you really take into account the soils in the area that they're sweeping up the leaves from, the soil really needs the nutrients that the leaves bring down. It keeps the soil healthy, keeps breaking up, it supports the microorganisms in the soil. If you really want a nice sort of humus soil, you gotta have some leaf matter in there. It's really vital. You don't think about the soils, they'll come to get you. The last thing you want is an altercation with some soil. Definitely gonna get at least one of these in my room. Oh, there they are. Full of nutrients. The soil would absolutely love that right now. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So all afternoon I have been slaving away on something that I should have started a long time ago, but it's due tomorrow, and it's a 1,500 word essay. In the meantime, dinner showed up. More crisps, another yogurt, 7-Up, a squares, cornetto. Oh yes, mac and cheese. Good thing I didn't have mac and cheese for lunch again today. Yeah, it's mac and cheese time. Whew. I might just eat it in that actually. Absolutely marvellous. My lovely neighbour just came by, knocked on the door and said that there is a package for me. This is going to be my PCR test. What an exciting prospect to wake up to tomorrow morning. I've been working on this 1,500 word essay since 1 this afternoon. It's currently 8 o'clock, but I'm just sort of reading it through the final draft. It's almost done. Oh yes. Oh, wait, what? The full 1,500 word essay isn't due till mid-December. So there we have it. Another day of complete isolation in the bag. Quite a productive day in the grand scheme of things. You know, there's nothing like a self-imposed, non-existent deadline to really get the ball rolling. I spent my evening doing the crossword, as well as FaceTiming my friend Alice, who also had a different crossword of her own that she was doing. That is a large insect that doesn't belong in here. I did my COVID PCR test when I woke up.
Oh, Aidan!
Hi.
Hey, how are you, buddy?
Could be better.
Good morning, Aidan.
Is that a shoe? Oh my god. Can someone post this in the post box? Thank you.
I'm going in, so I'll post it.
It is the plague.
Okay.
Thank you. Safe hands is possibly an overstatement there. It's in the hands of some of my hallmates. Whether it gets posted or not, we'll have to see. Ultimately, I think all it's gonna ascertain is, yes, so according to our calculations and lab studies, you've got COVID. Ooh, this is exciting. Well, this is possibly gonna be the most exciting thing that happens all week. My watch, its battery lasts around about 18 months, which is great because it's a smartwatch, but I don't have to charge it every day. This pack of batteries right here should last close to 8 years. The battery is about to run out, it's on like 2%. So it's time to replace the battery, which is incredibly exciting because it's such a rare occurrence. So buckle up. There it is. There's the old one. Orientation. Bosh. Wow. Wednesday. What we saying? I've got a lecture today that is supposed to be online anyway. Got another essay that's due next week. No, it isn't. Wow, deadlines, eh? It's due in 2 weeks. Get a head start on that because I love doing things early. So much fun to be having. The yearn to learn is never quenched. I've got some conference work to do. By the way, if you want to spend a decent chunk of change, come to Iceland, Reykjavik, in August 2022 and come to a conference about creativity. It's gonna be amazing. I'm helping to run the whole thing. Check out the link in description. It's gonna be wild. We've got some incredible speakers, including the guy who plays Kermit the Frog in the Muppets, the guy who edited Deadpool, the guy who runs Raindance Film Festival, some other incredible authors, artists, dancers, Tai Chi masters, all the above. It's gonna be incredible. Let's get going with the day. Breakfast, yes! I ate all of the cereal that they gave me on day one. So I'm having to tap into the reserves. I might have to request some more cereal. I've just made a discovery that is unmistakably something that would only happen during COVID isolation because it's such a minutiae little thing. My laptop's keyboard has backlights. How have I not known about this before? But you can toggle it with the keyboard. Look at that. lunch is gonna happen. I'm thinking of going a little crazy today, because apparently you can fry eggs in a saucepan. I've got saucepans like no one's business. I've got some beans, I've got some toast. I think you can see where this is going. Guess who decided to show up? They do this every single day. I mean, I get it's autumn, there's a lot of leaves, but oh my. Some takeaways from making lunch. First of all, you can absolutely fry eggs in a saucepan. Also, a complete life hack. You know, there's that life hack where if you've got like permanent marker on a whiteboard and you get like just a normal marker over it and it just wipes off easily. The same can be said for baked beans and eggs, right? That layer of egg residue on the bottom of the pan that you've got to sort of scrape off. Whacking some beans on top of that, it just sort of soaks it up and it comes off, just makes the washing up process so much easier. You know what doesn't make the washing up process so much easier is when all your flatmates just leave all just their dirty stuff just piled to the sky in the sink. Guys, yeah, what a lunch, can I just say. I can hear a helicopter in the distance, and I also just got a message 2 minutes ago that my evening meal is outside the entrance. I can only assume that the two are inherently connected. Wow! Making more deliveries? Must be a busy night for them. I sent them a message earlier saying, hey guys, I've been getting through this cereal super quickly. Can you give me some more cereal? Rice Krispies, crunchy nuts, more crunchy nuts, more Rice Krispies. Get this, 4 oranges, 2 apples, hydrogen hydroxide, Millionaire's shortbread. Whoa, look at this. This helicopter just really is not going away. Assorted roasted veg. Do I wait? Vegetarian lasagna. Veg las. And not only that, but it was delivered to my door by my lovely flatmates who I would never talk anything about. I don't even really like oranges very much. The veg las, as they so delicately described it, was lovely, as was the roasted veg. Just got off a 2-hour FaceTime with some fellow geography peers. It's currently 10:15. Grind don't stop. Fairly productive day. Pushed out a major new redesign of the website for the conference. An article I wrote just got published in the Manchester Evening News. That's pretty cool. Looking forward to seeing that in the flesh. Still a whole 9 days left to go. 8 days to go. It's a new day. Whoa. Time is ticking on by. Someone's ringing a bell. Someone's honking a horn. It's all happening today. It just struck 11. Someone's playing the last post. I need to be quiet for a minute. For totally unrelated reasons, I was a little bit miffed this morning because I was so looking forward to having some yogurt in my cereal today because, you know, I was given a bunch of yogurt and I was like, well, I'm gonna be eating this. I even labelled my yogurt because there are some similar looking yogurts in my communal fridge, and yet I woke up this morning and my labelled yogurt was missing. I didn't eat it, so someone has eaten my yogurt. I am yogurtless in this world and not pleased about it. 9.5 at least hours of sleep last night. It did mean that I slept slightly into my first lecture of today. I'm just screen recording the Zoom because they're not recording it themselves, and I'll catch up with what I missed. I've got 2 lectures today. The one that's currently happening and one this afternoon, and I guess at some point I've got to do some damage to 4 oranges. It's weird, it doesn't feel like things are actually happening in the world. Like, I know full well that people are having meals in the cafeteria over there twice a day, that people went to the lecture this morning, that the societies that I'm supposed to be going to are taking place, and I'm just not there. No one ever goes past here, except for the daily leaf blower guys who should be here basically any minute. From my vantage point into the world, nothing ever happens. Since when was coding part of geography? I'm not doing computer science. Well, it was a rather long 2 hours, it felt, lecture-wise. But we did get to look at some pretty rad 3D models of a forest canopy. My request for more orange juice, more cereal, and more toast accoutrements will be delivered this evening. I cannot wait. Absolutely. Chungus squirrel just walked on by and waddled off in such a speedy manner that I missed him. Was a chunky individual. This isn't actually the first time I've had to quarantine. When I travelled to the US in May, I had to quarantine for a week when I came back from that. Same goes for France with the Cannes Film Festival in July. Both of those were admittedly about 6 or 7 days rather than 10. I was admittedly with my family during that time. This is different in that I am actually alone and it's a much smaller space and I actually can't leave. So it does feel different this time around. This evening I thought it might be a little fun, quirky experiment. Just for a giggle, you know? Just do another lateral flow test, because why not? Let's just see what it comes out as. Leave any guesses. So much fun. Having a blast. Oh, such a good time. There it is. I still got it, dude. Just received the message that my evening meal has been delivered. Let's go and collect it. Possibly the highlight of my day. Oh yes. Let's unpack what we've got. 2 litre thing of milk, 4 more boxes of cereal, another 7-Up, 2 more apples, 3 bananas, an ungodly amount of toast supplies, 3 more yogurts, which makes me feel slightly less bad about the one that was stolen from me this morning. Another one in there, 4, 2 Weetabix, an orange juice carton, 6 eggs, the world's smallest pizza, cornetto, roasted potatoes and veg again. My whole catering team continue to absolutely deliver. Carbs and more carbs. You love to see it. Bon appetit, as they say in Brazil. I spent the rest of the evening chatting to some people and having some toast. When I wake up in the morning, this is gonna say 7. It's another morning. I slept for a good 9 hours last night, so feeling fresh. I woke up to the result of my PCR test coming in. Who'd have guessed it? It was positive. They also said that you have to self-isolate for 10 days after you first start showing symptoms, which in my case was the evening of the 7th, not the morning of the 8th when I took the test. So technically, I can be released at the latest, the morning of the 18th rather than the morning of the 19th, as the app is currently telling me, which is kind of great. Some music recommendations. I've discovered some new banging tunes while I've been in quarantine. Recommend that you have a listen to, because they're just great songs. Telephone Line and One Summer Dream by Electric Light Orchestra. Another Man's Woman by Supertramp. Half a World Away by R.E.M. Sowing the Seeds of Love by Tears for Fears. They slap as songs. NHS is really bugging me actually, because they're like, hey, you need to set up an account on the Test and Trace website and we need to get in touch with people you've been in contact with, which is absolutely nobody, because I was staying on my own in London, got on a train with a bunch of strangers, and then came right here.
Thanks everyone, thanks a lot.
There we go. Lecture done for the day. In 10 minutes I have a meeting that I had forgotten about this morning. As a student representative, I have a meeting with the leader of said student reps, so I've got to get to that. I've noticed today a significant shift in the development of my COVID cough. It's noticeably harsher and grittier and less pleasant today.
Sunset, the line seems to be really...
I don't know who that was. That could have been a scam caller, that could have been NHS Test and Trace. I couldn't really make out what the guy was saying. Alright, same numbers calling me from earlier.
Hi there, may I speak to Aidan, please?
That's me.
Hi there, my name's Shona and I'm calling from NHS Test and Trace. Because you're a confirmed case of coronavirus and we need the details of anyone that you may have come into contact with. Get well soon.
No worries, thank you very much.
Alright then, take care, bye.
Bye. It's pretty cool though. I get a little, I guess not particularly cool, I get a little isolation note from the NHS to say this guy cannot do anything. The lads are coming over very shortly. This window here, it's one way. So I can see out, but no one can see in. It's got a special glazing on it. They're not gonna be Whoa! They're not gonna be able to see me.
Just look at how big the broccoli is.
That is the biggest broccoli I've ever seen. Oh my god!
Oh my god!
What? That's a full tree!
Thank you.
Ta-ta for now.
Very soon.
Thanks. Well. I have yet more stocks replenished. Proper cereal boxes rather than the little tiny ones. Jumbo hummus, Heinz beans, and in the words of our Lord and Saviour Bob Hale. But that's not all, because my parents sent me a little care package in the post with chocolate buttons, brownie Oreos, olives, dried mango, licorice, and bubble wrap. That's the most in-person human interaction I've had in 5 days. The NHS tracing just sends really passive-aggressive text, just like, Aidan. I'm cooking eggs in a saucepan again. It's come to that. Lunch has been served. Bon appetit, as they say. Oh yes. This is one bag for today and one bag for tomorrow. Got some more bottled water. Not entirely sure what's wrong with the tap. Crisps, Twix, pomme de terre. That's a potato, just a pom. More yogurt. Another bloody orange. Another vegan lasagna. Nothing there that we haven't seen before. Meal number 2, we've got juice, banana, millionaire's shortbread, another yogurt, bean chili and rice. I'm starting to see a pattern here. It has just turned 11 p.m. in the evening and I have just finished editing the current video that you've just watching up until this point. It's quite a long one. First rough cut was about 40 minutes, currently down to about 30. Is it turning into Bo Burnham's Inside, which I haven't actually seen, but I assume it's basically identical. Probably gonna call it there for the night and hit the hay. And in the morning, this is gonna say 6 days, but in reality, it's only gonna be 5. There are some extremely active and vocal squirrels this morning in the tree next to my room. It's the weekend, it's Saturday, so obviously I have no live sessions to be going to this weekend, so my time is more free and unstructured. Huzzah! I woke up this morning and saw outside my room an entire Asda shopping cart with 2 bags of McDonald's in it. Friday nights, they can get kind of wild. Goals for today, a Liverpool 10-minute trip. I think that's pretty doable. Again, always bags of things to do. The boredom has not struck me once. One thing I've had to sort of put up with so far this week is sort of the quirks and eccentricities of my room, such as the absolutely incredible water pressure of my sink. Anytime you use it, it just sprays water everywhere. All over you, the person using the tap, all over the floor, all over everything in the general vicinity. If I wanted to just wash my hands, I'd just absolutely get soaked, and there's nothing I can do about it. And then I have this factor every time I use the sink. I am slowly getting through this Liverpool 10-minute trip. First rough cut was about 15 minutes long, just trimming it down, adding music, etc. I'll send it off to Alan. Then I guess it'll go up tomorrow, being Sunday. That's rather convenient. It did just strike 2:30. Great time to go to the dentist. What am I going to do for lunch? Do I go for a 3rd day in a row of eggs and beans on toast? Just finished making my lunch. A shocking new revelation in the shopping cart scenario. It's further down the corridor. Is there some sort of paranormal activity going on, or is there just some practical jokers moving it around? This isn't a drill. This is the first time it's ever gone off when it's not been a drill. Guess I gotta go. Well, that was 10 absolutely wasted minutes of my life. It's the longest time I've spent outdoors in a while, which I guess is a good thing. Turns out some guy just set it off by spraying aerosol deodorant just vaguely near it. Strongly intelligent idea. They just delivered another loaf of bread to me.
Well, gosh, how are you?
I'm doing okay.
Is it just nutso to have to be in your room all the time?
Nutso is an interesting use of terminology to describe it. I would say on a scale of 1 to nutso, it's sort of in the medium ground. And we are rendering. That took most of the afternoon to edit. Nothing too crazy editing wise. What takes the most is just sort of making sure it all works chronologically, which often counterintuitively entails messing with the chronology of it so that it makes sense more story-wise, even if the events that take place aren't actually in the same order that they actually took place in. Veg last time. Gonna go to the kitchen and grab that one out of the freezer. What the hell? It's just gone midnight. I've just seen through my peephole someone climbing into the shopping trolley and then being carted off with it to who knows where. I'm calling it a night there. I spent the evening FaceTiming some people, calling my family, watching a Louis Theroux documentary, and having a grand old time, really. Feeling very normal now, except for the occasional cough. The worst of COVID is far behind me, and I'm very glad that my sense of taste and smell are actually still with me so far. Alright, it's Sunday. It's officially been a week of isolation thus far, which is crazy because it feels like 3, which I guess is a good thing. I got up this morning, almost immediately got a call from NHS Test and Trace, just checking that I was isolating. And then I thought it might be worth getting a bit of movement involved in my life for the first time in a week. I booted up the old Joe Wicks lockdown stereotype. My family was one of those families that really got on the Joe Wicks trend over lockdown. We were doing one every day. I've not done one in a while, and I can tell my cough has really progressed into something that's slightly more productive. But other than that, feeling absolutely fine. 10-minute trips. Liverpool went up this morning. It is doing above average. Well, I posted it on Twitter, and the one person who liked it is bloody Max Fosh. I think it's time we open the Can vlog file. It's gonna be like editing someone else's video because it's so long since Can that I'm just not gonna remember what took place. It's now about at 20 to 5. Still got like 2.5 hours of raw footage to sift through before even a rough cut is done. It is nice, sort of nostalgically looking back and just reminiscing about how cool an experience that was. I've literally just had the text saying that my food has been delivered. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. The first thing I see in the package, dairy milk. I think they're assuming that I lack taste because they're giving me the most neutral possible crisp. Juice, another yogurt, mac and cheese again. Superb. TikTok, it's chock top o'clock. The macaroni and cheese is history, but this thing, oh yes. And so ends the weekend segment of my isolation. I literally spent my entire day today looking at Premiere Pro, editing the Can vlog. I am so far from even having a rough cut. Happy Monday, second Monday of quarantine. Today's day 8. I've got day 9 tomorrow and day 10 Wednesday to go, and then I'm free. Did another 20-minute Joe Wicks thing this morning because, you know, gotta get up out of my chair for at least a little short period of time. I've been editing some more of the Can vlog, but Premiere has just crashed and become unresponsive. There it goes. Okay, I'm kind of tired of being in this room now. I kid you not, this is like the 5th time Premiere has crashed. Slightly frustrating. The Can vlog continues, but I have to take a slight hiatus because my evening meal is at the main entrance. Let's go! And what a feast we have tonight. More orange juice, butter, vegan Magnum, crisps, juice, Twix, corn and peas, roasted potatoes and veg, another veg Laz, 4 more little individual butter pats. Just finished the first draft of the Can vlog. If I was to upload it as is, it would be 51 minutes long. So I need to don my inner hairdresser and do some serious trimming. What is going on here? Oh, just fantastic. Just received a fairly exciting email. One of the people who works for Dan Mace, who is a YouTuber and one of my all-time favorite filmmakers, has just invited me to join a community of filmmakers around the globe to all contribute towards making Dan's next film. That's exciting. It's gone midnight. I'm heading to bed. I've just spent arguably too long this evening going through all of the university's filmmaking societies scripts that they've released for the films that are going to be made. Good God, 2 of the scripts were atrocious. The end. What? It is Tuesday. That means it's my penultimate day in isolation. I woke up today with a strong urge to just get the can vlog done. Tomorrow I have like lectures and stuff to do, so I'm not gonna have as much time to commit to it. Whoa, magpies, chill out. Can vlog narration. Let's go. We ended the evening at a... was the exact spot again. Take a wild guess at who's decided to come by and pay me a visit. And I'll see you next time. Right, I've been editing this can vlog solidly for probably 4.5 hours now. There's something about editing, it's addictive. You just don't want to stop. This especially has been a really fun one to edit. I thought it was going to be a bit of a drag. The fact that I've left it so long, it's exciting again. It's like, oh, I remember that now. That was a really cool memory. I'm just going to do the music run now, then it's good to go. I mean, it's so nearly done. Why? Come on, Adobe. My food has just been delivered to the entrance, so I'm going to go grab that. Also, I don't think I've ever encountered a computer that is quite as loud as mine when it loads up Premiere. It's like an airplane taking off. It's so loud. Holy smokes. 2 yogurts, 2 apples, 2 bananas, 2 Cheerios, 2 other cereals, 2 kiwis, nah, there's just 1 kiwi. Weetabix, milk, crisps, tiny orange juice, chocolate mousse, hydrogen hydroxide, a fish-based meal, which I can't eat. So that's gonna have to get remedied. Replacement meal ahoy. Hey, it's in the door in the blue box. Vegan tacos? What? Tell me you're not jealous of that. 2 sweet corns. Tell me you're not jealous. I've just got off the phone having a nice old chinwag with my friend Helena, whose birthday it is today and is also isolating, which kind of sucks for her. And I also just spent an hour on the phone regarding conference work, and it was basically just an hour of getting increasingly more tasks to do. I am going to spend probably the next 3 hours getting as much stuff done as I possibly can. Also, very exciting. Look at that can vlog. It's there. It's exactly 33.5 minutes. That has been on my to-do list of things to do, edit the can vlog, for months. And I can finally check it off. And it's so... oh, I'm going to do it right now. Delete that. Oh, it's so nice to have that gone. Just finished my lecture this morning. That's my only lecture today. Wow, that's it. Today's the day. I'm released tomorrow from isolation. 10 days has really just shot by. It does not feel like it's been 10 days. Last night I ended up doing 5 straight hours of uninterrupted work for the conference. This morning during the lecture, NHS Test and Trace called to say, hey, just so you know, in case you've forgotten, you can leave your isolation tomorrow. I was like, yeah, thanks. Guess who's paying me a visit? Yeah, get those leaves. The Last Supper, a banana, juice, apple, brownie, yogurt, and for the main, a butternut squash, cranberry, and red onion tagine. You know what I'm intending on spending my incredibly exciting final evening in isolation doing? That's right, laundry. Today's the day. I'm released. I'm free as a bird. I got a text from the NHS this morning to say that as I am at increased risk, complications from COVID, I'm eligible to book a COVID booster vaccine early because it's currently only available to 40-year-olds and up. I didn't make this video as like a, oh, woe is me, pity my time spent in isolation where I can't do anything. So many people have had it so much worse than me. I'm in a pretty privileged position to be able to just get on with things in my room with all my bloody screens. The purpose of this video is to sort of document this absolutely crazy time in our history. Yesterday was 2 years anniversary since the first COVID case. 2 years ago, it would have been absolutely insanity to consider locking yourself in your room for 10 days, having food delivered to you, and handing someone a parcel out of a window with a nasal swab in it, and them treating it like it was radioactive waste. But nowadays, it's just the norm. I just wanted to document this time to look back on it in 20 years. The weather for the last 10 days has been absolutely lovely, blue skies, no wind, no rain, and as soon as I'm released, it's raining. I've got a lecture this morning at 10 AM. Before I go to that, I've got to go to the cafeteria and get a proper cooked breakfast for the first time. Wow, I guess I just can leave.